What's up YouTube, it's JackalGoldKick, and in this video I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the rapper SwizZz. So how I found the rapper SwizZz was through Hopsin and Funk Volume. I actually have a video that I made called How I Was Introduced and Found Hopsin, something along those lines. And after I found Hopsin, one of the songs I heard from Hopsin that had SwizZz was How You Like Me Now. And that's when I found out about SwizZz. Now at first I wasn't huge on SwizZz because of his voice. He has kind of a high-pitched, different kind of rap voice. And I only heard him on the features he would do with Hopsin. But as time went on, and I started to check out some of his solo stuff, like the song Lodo, his verse on Need for Speed from Tuzin's mixtape Hear Me Out, and his verse on this one song Bloody Murder, and his verse on this song with, what the hell's his name, Mike Bars, There Will Be Blood. SwizZz started to grow on me, to where now I do like him and am a fan of his music. I think SwizZz is a really good rapper. I think he has good lyrics, good flow. I think he has a very cool, unique, and distinctive voice. I like his rap name, how it's like SwizZz, but one of the Z's is capital. And some of the songs I like by SwizZz I think are really dope. I think Zoom In is a phenomenal track by him. I love the production on it. I love the rapping on it. SwizZz goes off on there. It's great. Chorus is great. Lyrics are great. Love that track. Apparently SwizZz produced it and he did a really good job with that song. I also like his verse and part of the chorus on the song Fire with Hopsin. His verse on Fire with Hopsin is dope. That has to be like my favorite SwizZz verse. He just sounded so hungry on that song. He had such dope rapping on there, a really good flow, and he had some really good lyrics to match. I also liked him on Funk Volume Till I Die, which was off Hopsin's Pound Syndrome album. SwizZz had a pretty good verse on there. I also like his diss track he had at Hopsin called Switch. That's another one of my favorite songs by Switch. Really cool beat. It was kind of a mature way to diss somebody. I liked his approach. I always thought it was a good diss track, memorable, good rapping, and a good chorus in it. I also like the song There Will Be Blood with him and Mike Bars. That's a really good song, and SwizZz is really good on there as well. SwizZz was also good on this song called Sinister with D's, the real D's. He was great on there. Another song I like with SwizZz is I like his remix to Martians vs. Goblins. That's a great remix because he actually not only does the whole song, but he puts his own kind of chorus in there with the Martian thing, and I thought that was really cool. I also liked how he was taking shots at like Dr. Dre and I Driver Detox in the Game, you know, taking shots at Eminem, saying I'm gonna get his blonde hair dyed back, taking shots at P. Diddy. I like how he's taking shots at people, you know, and doing that in the song. I thought that was cool, and I thought it was a well done remix. It's a real shame that SwizZz and Hopsin had a falling out and they have beef and they're no longer cooler with each other, because they had good chemistry, they were a good pair, and it was just cool when they were together, making music together, and when they were in Funk Volume together. California was another good song with SwizZz in it as well. So yeah, I would say the main songs I like by SwizZz is Switch, Zoom In, Martians vs. Goblins remix, Bloody Murder with, I keep forgetting his name, Mike Bars, Sinister with D's, Need for Speed with Tuzin, Lodo is a really good rap song as well by him. Those are some of the songs and tracks that I really do like by SwizZz, as well as Fire with Hopsin, and California with Hopsin is really good as well. But my all-time favorite would definitely be Zoom In, just because he went off on that song and there was a phenomenal beat. I do wish SwizZz would have did some albums though, and would have did more music in the Funk Volume era and even before that in Hopsin's early days, because I feel like SwizZz, I feel like the wasted potential of him in terms of albums is something I've noticed, where SwizZz does have music, he has dropped songs and he did that, but he doesn't have really any albums. He's never really put out any albums, still hasn't. Apparently he was supposed to put an album out when he was on the Funk Volume label and release the song Zoom In, but he never put an album out, which I think is a shame. I think his style has changed somewhat if you listen to a lot of his new songs. I haven't heard some of the newer songs he's put out, but if you listen to Switch, it definitely has a different vibe and style compared to the Martians vs. Goblins remix, or Zoom In, or Lodo, or some of the features he was doing. I'm trying to think of if there was any other songs I liked by SwizZz that he was featured in. Trying to think. Oh yeah, I Am Raw with SwizZz. He was great in that. He was also good in the song I'm Not Crazy. He also does a ton of features as well. There's a lot of songs on there where he's done a whole bunch of songs, so he does a whole bunch of features. But yeah, overall, that's my thoughts on SwizZz. He's a dope rapper, raps well, great flow, good lyrics, and I think he should do albums. And I wish he would have did more in the Funk Volume era and before that, because I think there's some wasted potential there. I think he has a cool rap name and a distinctive rap voice. And besides Hobson, he was personally always my favorite and one of the ones I liked the most besides Hobson out of the Funk Volume camp. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say in this video about my thoughts on SwizZz. Let me know what you think of the rapper SwizZz. That's all I gotta say in this video. Peace. Another thing that I like about SwizZz that I think is cool is his look. The black contacts that he wore, at least he wore them more back in the day. I don't know so much about now. I thought the black contacts were a cool thing that SwizZz had. It was another thing that made him stand out. Now Method Man did use those contacts for the one album he did, but that was just for one album. There hasn't really been a rapper that's used black contacts for like a long time in their career as their image. And that's something SwizZz did. So yeah, that's another thing I thought was cool that I also liked about the rapper SwizZz.